Good morning. All right, thank you for joining me this morning. If you are just clicking on the Outdoor Gear Exchange right now and kind of checking out what you're joining, we are the Outdoor Gear Exchange ski conditioning for 6 weeks. This is the end of our 5th week together. So if you've been with me since the beginning, congrats. This is what our, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10th workout together. So you've been pushing yourself, you have been getting up early, you've been doing a great job, or maybe you've been catching them on the replays, whatever it is. Thank you for joining. All that you need is a mat, your body, and then optional to have water, which is good. We might use some yoga blocks, and then I do keep a chair nearby to show some modifications. So if you want to grab a sturdy chair, that would also be a good thing. There's plenty of modifications that you can do. So we will go ahead and get started here in just a moment. If you're already know what's coming up and you want to start warming up, go ahead and start that. You can start with some just plank walkouts or jumping jacks or squats, and I'll go and explain what we're about to do. So we have about a 30-minute workout ahead of us. We have a little bit of a warm-up, and then we are going to do what is kind of our new thing for the week, which is a minute on of work and only a quick 10 seconds off. We have 4 rounds of that, and then you get a nice longer break, which is just over a minute to grab some water. So we have that for about 8 rounds, which is going to be a good push this morning. And then at the end of our workout, we do have a little bit of a max challenge for 1 minute, okay? Each of these minutes are filled with 2 different moves, so you'll be doing 30 seconds of one move, 30 seconds of another move. If you've been joining me for the past couple of weeks, you're familiar with these moves, so it's nothing new coming at you. We're just doing it for a longer period of time, a little bit higher intensity, so therefore it's going to be getting our heart rate up a little bit more and challenging our muscles a little bit more. Thursdays are arms and core, so get ready for that. I definitely know that there is a little bit of legs in there, but just enough to get our heart rate pumping. So my name is Kelsey Barklund. I am an Outdoor Gear Exchange gear expert. I am a certified group fitness instructor and also a doctor of physical therapy here locally. I am happy to provide you these workouts for free via the OGE Instagram page, and I know that many of you have been taking advantage of that. Little bit of housekeeping, I don't put any music on my end, so if you want some music, go ahead and choose your playlist and go ahead and hit play. But you will need some water, and then the other kind of thing that I do for housekeeping is some modifications. So I'm going to provide some modifications, and I want you to take those if you need them. If even that doesn't feel great for your body today, and remember every single day is different, I want you to choose a different move to do. Okay, keep your body moving. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I just want you to do something that feels good for your body. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with just a little bit of a warm up. I want you to start on one end of your mat here. You're going to do some plank walkouts. So you're going to hinge forward, walk your hands, place them on the ground, walk out to a plank, walk it back in. Nice job. Good, big little shout out to Jill for joining us this morning. Good to see you. I don't know about any of you all joining right now, but I think this morning was one of the hardest mornings to wake up for me. I don't know if it's just a combination of the darkness outside, the lack of snow, it's a Thursday. But I am proud of you, and I am happy that you're here to join me for a workout. I'm also happy that this is the reason that I got out of bed on time, right? So we're holding each other accountable. We're being there for each other, and the snow will come. All right, this time we're going to stay down. So I want you to go down into that plank. Let's do this on our knees since we're just warming up. And I want us to go onto a side plank. So I'm going to put one elbow or hand, rotate to one side, and then I want you to rotate to the other side. We're just warming up. If you need a little extra cushion under the knees, maybe keeping a blanket or a sweatshirt nearby, You can also do these on your toes. You don't have to do them on your knees. Just showing it as a modification for warm-up. Good. I'm sure Ivan's still tuning in. Welcome. Good morning. Right? Nice to see how many people are working out, catching these on the replay. Nice job. Okay, hopefully you feel just a little bit of warmth growing through your core here this morning and maybe a little bit into your shoulders. I want you to grab a sip of water. I'm going to show you the first two moves. First move is going to be our floor thrusts, which we did last week. Hands are going to be in this plank position, and then you are going to either step or hop your feet up towards your hands, step or hop your feet back. Okay, so this uses a lot of arms, uses a lot of core, uses a lot of full body. We're getting our legs in there too. Our core is pulled in, so I'm thinking about a nice zipper coming from really low, zipping all the way up. My lower abdominals, middle abdominals, and upper abdominals, all together coming from the bottom. And I'm going to be holding that together as I jump up, jump back. Our second move that we are pairing with this is a down dog to an opposite reach. So we are going to be starting off in bear pose. So this tabletop, tuck your toes under, hover the knees. This is our start position, right? I want you to inhale here, exhale, drive into that down dog, touch your opposite foot. Inhale here, exhale, reach. Inhale here, exhale, reach. All right, so I'll show some modifications as we go, but those are our first two moves. It is going to be 30 seconds of the floor thrusts, also known as the bottom of the burpee, and then we're going to do that bear to down dog. We're starting in 5 seconds. Ready, set, let's go. So jump up to the hands, jump back. You have 30 seconds of this move. Then we're going to rock right into 30 seconds of our second move. No rest in between these two moves. You get a quick rest at the end of this. 5 seconds here. Maybe you're stepping up, stepping back. Here we go. Down into that tabletop. Hover the knees. Then push it back into down dog. Touch opposite foot. Inhale into that tabletop. Exhale, down dog. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, you only have a 10-second rest, just enough to kind of roll out the wrists before we go for our second round. Same thing, floor thrusts. Here we go. Hands up, jump back. Option to take this up to a chair. All right, so I'm just going to show these as options. Either step it up, step it back, okay? You can do this on a chair or on a countertop. I'd rather you focus on quality of form, keeping that core nice and tight. 5 seconds here. Then we're going into this bear right now. So kind of that tabletop position. Push it back, reach opposite foot. Tabletop position, reach back, opposite foot. Keep it going. Again, I'm showing that modification here on the chair, but maybe your hands are on the floor. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I'm going to join you all back on the floor. We have 2 more rounds. We're halfway through. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. As you get a little bit more tired, maybe you make this a step forward, step back. If you are doing that, maybe challenge yourself to rotate which foot you step with forward first. Feel the differences. We got 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Bear pose. So tuck the toes, that kind of elevated tabletop. Push it back to down dog. Touch the opposite foot. Check in with the breath. Check in with any tension that you're holding in your jaw or in your shoulders that's unnecessary. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Relax it down, roll out the wrists. Nice job. We have one last round of this. Then you get a long minute break to drink some water. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Jump it up, jump it back. Keep it smooth, keep it quiet. As you get tired, focus on your hands on the ground. Push the floor away as strong as you can. Stay stable through those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. Here we go. Opposite foot. Good way to get the heart rate up. Nice and fast this morning. Last 10 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1. Grab a sip of water. You're going to pay attention to these next 2 moves and then we'll get it going. It is going to be a plank, thread the needle. On Tuesday I said I would be better about water, so that's me trying. Alright, plank, thread the needle. Ideally in this high plank, you can also have your hands up on that chair. And then you're going to take one hand, come up, reach it towards the ceiling, then reach as far under as you can. Reach it up and reach it under. I'm going to stay on my right hand for that whole time for the first round. Then I'm going to switch to my left hand. I will guide it like that, but if you want to rotate between the two, then that's up to you. Paired with that, we're going to flip onto our back, and we're going to do some reverse crunches. So here, we can do it bent knees or straight legs. I want you to act like you're reaching the ceiling, bring it back down. Reach the ceiling, bring it back down. Okay, get into position. Where you're doing those plank thread the needles. I'm staying on my right hand. Here we go. Reaching the ceiling, reaching under. This is great for not only core, but also think about your shoulder of the hand that's on the ground. So my right hand's on the ground. My right shoulder is stabilizing me through this entire move. Keep it nice and strong. All right, I'm flipping onto my back. Here we go, reverse crunches. I will say this is the one that probably has the worst transition, is we're flipping between our back and our stomach. Ten seconds left here. 2, 1, good. Quick break, roll it back over. This time I'm going to be on my left hand. So I'm going to stabilize with my left shoulder. Here we go. Reaching my right arm up towards the ceiling, and then I'm reaching all the way through, looking at the wall where you all are. The good thing about the reverse crunches is it gives the wrists a little bit of a break. Good, last 5 seconds right here. Then quick transition to those reverse crunches. Here we go. Flipping onto your back. Reverse crunch right here. If reverse crunches don't work for you, I want you to think about keeping that core tight, tapping one heel down at a time. Okay? If that doesn't work for you this morning, maybe just a hold at that tabletop 99 position. Okay? Hold here, for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. All right, we're flipping back over. You get a little bit of a quick transition here. Right hand on the ground. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Reach it up. Reach it through. Woo! Good. Hopefully nobody's getting dizzy. We're doing lots of flips. If you are starting to feel a little lightheaded at all, maybe drink some water. Take those turns a little bit slower. You don't have to flip over quite as quick as I do. Good, last 5 seconds right here. Quick transition. Here we go. Reverse crunch. Lying on your back. Legs up straight. See if you can isolate it so that you're using just your lower abdominals. And it's a really small lift. Just lifting off maybe about an inch. Good, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, relax. You get 10 seconds to roll over. Last round. I'm going to be on my left hand. Thread the needle. Here we go. Set it up. Reach it through. Think about that hand that's on the ground. Push the floor away. Stabilizing through that shoulder. Don't forget about your core. Zipping up from the bottom all the way up to the chest bone. 10 seconds here. Good, quick transition onto those reverse crunches. Last round right here. Feet up in the air. Reach it up. Last 10 seconds. Then you get a water break. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Water break. Pay attention to these next 2 moves. You are now halfway through the workout. Okay? I know you're sweating. I know you're pushing. You're doing great. Keep it up. We are going to do some things on our back next. So I want us feet shoulder width apart. Lying back on your back. We're going to do some heel touches. So thinking about the core, zipping up from low down, right? Gentle pressure into the mat. I want you to tuck the chin, lift the shoulder blades off the mat. You're going to reach your right fingertips towards your right heel and then switch. Almost like a turtle stranded on their back. Okay? With this, wow, we are flipping over, which I didn't necessarily want to do. I'm sorry about that. Might mix that up. So with this, we paired our dancer move. So here, I'm in this high plank, reaching one foot through, reaching opposite arm up if you want, and back through. This would be a good one to use the chair for, or maybe even place that foot on the ground to stabilize. Okay, let's get onto our backs, feet shoulder width apart, tucking our chin here, reaching towards the heels. Let's go. Good, last 10 seconds here. Quick transition into that dancer pose. 3, 2, 1. Good, that dancer pose is something you're familiar with. So we're flipping over, reaching one foot through, maybe onto the ground. Reach the hand high, switch. Reach the foot through, reach the hand high, switch. Lots of work today. Little rest. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1. Transition back onto lying on your back. Maybe take a deep breath to prepare. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Tuck in the chin. Core is nice and tight. Reaching down towards the heels. I might change up the workout a little bit to make these transitions a little bit better. I don't know why I did not notice that when I was looking them over. 3, 2, 1. Transition over onto your belly. High plank, dancer move, reaching one foot through, reach it up, switch. If you can, hover the foot instead of placing it on the ground. It's a little bit more challenging for the core to hover, right? And then switch, hover, switch. 3, 2, 1. Take your time. We're laying back on your back. We're going in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Tuck the chin. Lift up. Reach opposite heels. Here we go. You have 2 more rounds of these heel taps. AKA 1 more round after this one. Think about driving your lower rib on your right towards your right hip. And then switching, lower rib on the left towards left hip. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. High plank, dancer pose. Reaching through, lifting high. I'm pretty sure I made up the name for this one, so don't memorize that name. It might have a different name. I used to do this one a lot when I taught ski conditioning in Jackson Hole, which was also similar to here, fantastic athletes. All right, 3, 2, 1, relax it down. Roll onto your back, last round. Heel taps, ready, set, go. We used to work out twice a week together in a large gym, and everybody would pull a mat, and I swear we probably had like 60 or 70 people inside this big gymnasium twice a week. This is really fun. All right, 3, 2, 1, roll it over. Last time, dancer pose. Another good thing about these workouts is it gives a little bit of a sense of community, right? So you don't feel alone. We're working out in the dark, in the morning, in our homes, but know that you're not alone. All right, 3, 2, 1. Nice long rest. Grab some water. We have 2 more moves. If you've been sticking with me for the 5 weeks, there's one move you have not seen, so maybe pay attention for just a moment. I call it the monkey crawl. Then again, I make up a lot of names. So you're going to be starting on one edge of the mat, kind of down into a little malasana squat here. And then you're going to place your hands, I'm a little unsteady this morning, place your hands to the side of you, kind of right in the middle of your mat. Power through your shoulders, move your feet over to the other end. Keep the hands down, come on back, okay? So keeping those hands down, that's our first move. And then we have plank up downs. So here we're either on our toes or on our knees. We're going to be in a high plank, transition to a low plank, back to a high plank. Okay, those are our 2 moves. We have 30 seconds of the monkey crawl first. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So hands down, fingertips facing forward. If you want to reach the hands up each time you can, or if you want to keep them on the ground, powering through your shoulders. Thinking about keeping the core engaged with this move. 5 seconds here. And transition to that plank up down, either on your knees or on your toes, right? Engage the core, tuck the tailbone just slightly. Plank up, plank down. Switching which hand you come up with, switching which hand you go down with. Let's pay attention to those hips. Make sure they're not rocking side to side. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Quick 10-second rest. Just enough time to kind of casually get back to that monkey pose. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Shift it over. You are so close to done with this workout today. Keep it up. Keep with me. Michelle, you're looking great. Deb, you're looking great. It's Thursday. Five, 4, 3, 2, plank. Here we go. High plank or low plank. Transitioning between the two. Keep breathing. Okay. We have 2 more rounds after this one. Shoulders are starting to feel it. Hopefully your core is starting to feel it a little bit. 3, 2, 1. 10-second rest. Get back into position. All right, with this monkey one, I would say this is probably the hardest one to not modify. All right, here we go. Fingertips forward. Switch it up. Some way to maybe make it a little easier and less reach would be with some blocks, right? And then the other option would be maybe making it more of a step, so you're raising up, stepping over, stepping down. Raising up, stepping over, stepping down. Okay? Last 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Plank. Plank up, downs. Here we go. Let's check back in with those hips. Making sure they're not rocking side to side. Three, 2, 1. Come on back. Last round of this crawl. Starting on one end of your mat. Get your hands ready. Here we go. Fingers down. Power through. This is also one that you're maybe starting to feel your legs a little bit too, right? Because they are working to kind of help push you off. Then your shoulders are helping to kind of stabilize you through that arc. 3, 2, 1. Last round of plank. Here we go. Last 15 seconds. We're so close to done with this workout. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Roll the wrists out for just a moment. We have 1 minute coming up of our challenge. So, if you've been with me for the 5 weeks, you know that we started with some push-ups, and then we transitioned to some shoulder taps in plank pose. Today I'm going to also give you the option to do those shoulder taps in bear pose. So bear pose is tabletop, but with hovering knees. So you're going to tuck your toes, hover your knees, and this is where, aren't you doing shoulder tap, shoulder tap. I'm going to do it from the front view, right? So I'm tucking my toes, hovering my knees, taking one hand, tapping my opposite shoulder, and then switching with control. I'm not letting my hips rock side to side, all right? And I'm keeping nice stability through my entire thorax or torso. So, option to be there, other option to be in this high plank, same thing, shoulder taps, or be in this low plank, right, modified. Whatever works for you, we're going in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I'm going to choose to be in this bear pose, tapping opposite shoulder. We're doing this for 1 minute. And then we stretch. And we're all done. A little bit of a time check for people. It is just about 7 o'clock on the dot. So if you can power through this minute, stay with me. And if you have time to stay to stretch, then that is even better. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Check in with your knees. Did they maybe come a little higher off the ground? And if so, see if you can lower them back to just about an inch off the ground. Last 5 seconds here. 2, 1. Woo, okay. Shake out the wrists. We just have a couple stretches together down on your belly. So, first stretch is going to be for those abdominals. I want you to lie down on your stomach and then come up into just this low cobra. Take a few breaths here. Nice job on those shoulder taps. Those are tough. See if you can relax your glutes or your butt. See if you can let your belly relax a little bit. If you want to take this into a little bit of an up dog, by all means, take this up into a little bit of an up dog. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. 2 more deep breaths right here. Slowing the heart rate down. I'm going to lower down onto my belly. Next stretch is going to be for our pecs. So I'm going to take one hand out into this goal post position out to the side. So my left arm is in this goal post position. I'm taking my right arm, or my right hand, placing it directly under my right shoulder. And then I'm going to gently roll towards my left shoulder to look over my right shoulder. All right, you're going to feel a little stretch on the front part of your left shoulder into that pec. If you want this to be a little bit more intense, optional to take that right leg up and over, reaching towards the ground. Two more deep breaths here. Good, switching to the other side. So my right hand is in a goal post position, elbow bent to 90 degrees. Left hand, you can see it right here, tucked right under my shoulder. And then I'm going to roll gently, listening to my body, onto my right shoulder. Feeling that nice chest opener on the front. Taking some nice deep breaths and settling. 2 more deep breaths right here. Good, last one. Good, we're going to come up into either kneeling or standing, nice and gentle. We're going to take one arm back for a tricep stretch. This is our last stretch together. Thank you for joining me this morning. This was our 5th week of ski conditioning. We work out together on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 in the morning. If that time does not jive with your schedule, then you can catch us on the replay on IGTV. They are nice 30 to 40 minute workouts, switch arms, where we just come together as a community and wait for snow, right? We want to stay strong, and it's kind of yucky out there. I hope you all are maybe still biking, right? It's still kind of bike weather, which is insane. Or a little bit. All right, good. Switch it up. We are going to take just a couple deep breaths together. I want you to roll those shoulders back and down. I want you to inhale as you roll the shoulders forward. Exhale as you roll them back and down. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale, roll them forward. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, roll them forward. Exhale, roll them back and down. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you all have a fabulous Thursday, and whatever you choose to do this weekend, go outside, enjoy it. I will see you next Tuesday for our final week together. We have legs and core workout Tuesday morning at 6:30. Catch you then.